The biggest secret about attraction that no one has told you: you'll never have to chase someone again if you follow this one simple strategy. Let me ask you something. Have you ever found yourself endlessly waiting by your phone, hoping for that one special person to text you back? Maybe you've even imagined them missing you, wondering where you are, and finally reaching out to you. Sounds familiar, right? We've all been there, but what if I told you that you can flip that situation entirely? What if you could make them not only think about you, but also actively seek you out, craving your attention? Today, we're diving deep into a groundbreaking technique that can do exactly that. And let me tell you, it's a game changer. I'm Maria, and in this episode, I'm going to reveal a strategy that has the potential to turn your love life upside down in the best way possible. But here's the catch: what you're about to learn isn't for the faint of heart. This is not for those who are content with the status quo, who prefer to keep chasing someone who barely notices them. Nope, this is for the bold, for those ready to step into their power and let others come to them. So, if you're tired of always being the one who's chasing, while the other person seems to hold all the cards, then stay tuned. You're about to learn how to completely flip that dynamic, putting you in control of your love life once and for all. Part 1. Reframing your mindset. Alright, let's get into it. The first thing you need to understand is that everything starts with your mindset. Seriously, if you've got the wrong mindset, none of what I'm about to share with you will work. You see, too often we put the people we like on these massive pedestals. We think of them as perfect, flawless, and we start to believe that our happiness depends on their approval. Sound familiar? I get it, it's easy to fall into this trap. But here's the deal: you've got to knock them off that pedestal, and fast. Think about it: when you place someone that high in your mind, you're subconsciously telling yourself that they're better than you, that their attention and affection are somehow worth more than yours. And that's just not true. You are the master of your own life. Your happiness, your self-worth, your sense of value, all of that comes from within you, not from someone else's validation. So here's the first step: start living your life as if you are the prize, because you are. You've got to see yourself as someone worth pursuing, someone who doesn't need to beg for attention or affection. When you truly internalize this mindset, everything else will start to fall into place. You'll begin to exude a confidence that's magnetic, irresistible even, and trust me, people will notice. But hold up, I'm not saying you should be arrogant or dismissive. This isn't about acting like you're better than everyone else. It's about recognizing your own worth and not letting anyone diminish it. Got it? Good, because once you've got this mindset locked in, you're ready for the next step. Part 2. Introducing the technique triangulation. Now let's talk about the strategy that's going to change the game for you: triangulation. No, we're not talking about a love triangle in the classic drama-filled sense. This is a lot more subtle and sophisticated. Triangulation is a technique that can make the person you're interested in start seeing you in a whole new light. It's about sparking curiosity and desire in them without you having to lift a finger. Here's how it works. The next time you're in a conversation with this person, start casually mentioning other people in your life who are important to you. Maybe it's a friend, a colleague, or someone you recently met. The key here is to do it naturally without making it seem forced. For example, you could say something like, "Oh, I was talking to my friend about that the other day," or "I just had lunch with a colleague who mentioned something similar." See what's happening here? You're subtly introducing the idea that you have a life outside of them, that you're not just sitting around waiting for their attention. This can create a sense of intrigue and even a little bit of jealousy. They might start wondering who these other people are, and more importantly, why you're not as focused on them as you used to be. That's when the tables start to turn. And this is crucial, you have to be careful with this. The goal isn't to make them feel insecure or hurt, it's to gently remind them that you're someone who has options, someone who isn't dependent on their attention. When done right, triangulation can make them realize that they need to step up if they want to keep your interest. It's all about shifting the power dynamic in your favor without playing mind games. Part 3. Maintaining your dignity and self-worth. Alright, let's pause for a second because there's something really important we need to talk about: your dignity and self-worth. The technique I'm sharing with you can be incredibly powerful, but only if you use it with the right intentions. This isn't about manipulating someone into liking you or trying to control their feelings. It's about positioning yourself as someone who's worth chasing without compromising who you are. You see, when you start using a strategy like triangulation, it's easy to get caught up in the excitement of it all. You might start to see the person you're interested in paying more attention to you, maybe even chasing after you. And while that can feel amazing, it's crucial that you don't lose sight of your own values in the process. Here's the thing: if you ever feel like you're starting to play games or that you're compromising your own sense of self just to keep someone's interest, that's your signal to stop and reassess. Your mental and emotional health should always come first. Remember, you're not doing this to get someone's attention at any cost. You're doing it to remind yourself and them of your worth. Let's be real, when someone isn't giving you the attention or respect you deserve, it's easy to fall into the trap of trying harder, of doing more to win them over. But that's a losing game. Instead of chasing after someone who's not giving you what you need, shift your focus back to yourself. Invest in your own happiness, your own passions, your own life. When you do that, you naturally become more attractive because people are drawn to those who are confident and fulfilled. So, while triangulation can be a powerful tool, it's just that, a tool. It's not a magic wand that will make someone fall in love with you. It's a way to shift the dynamic so that you're no longer the one doing all the chasing. But at the end of the day, you should never feel like you have to change who you are to get someone to like you. Your self-respect is non-negotiable. Part 4. Recognizing red flags and knowing when to walk away. Now, let's get into something that's just as important as the technique itself, recognizing red flags. Listen closely, because this could save you a lot of heartache down the road. Sometimes, no matter how much you like someone, no matter how much effort you put in, they just don't reciprocate in the way you want. And when that happens, it's easy to start blaming yourself, to think that if you just tried a little harder, they'd finally see your worth. But here's the truth, if someone isn't showing you the respect and attention you deserve, they're not worth your time, period. It doesn't matter how much you like them or how amazing they might seem if they're playing games. If they're making you feel like you're not enough, then it's time to walk away. I know it's easier said than done, but think about it this way, you deserve someone who sees your value from the start, who doesn't need to be convinced to appreciate you. If they're making you jump through hoops just to get a little bit of their attention, that's a huge red flag. Don't ignore it. Walking away isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. It shows that you respect yourself enough to not settle for less than you deserve. And here's the kicker: when you have the courage to walk away from someone who isn't treating you right, you're actually increasing your value in their eyes. Why? Because you're showing them that you're not desperate, that you're not going to stick around and be taken for granted. And let's be honest, sometimes walking away is the only way to make someone realize what they're about to lose. But even if they don't come running back, you're still winning, because you're not wasting your time on someone who doesn't appreciate you. You're freeing yourself up for someone who does. Part 5. The art of letting go and moving on. Now let's talk about one of the hardest things to do in any relationship: letting go. We've all been there holding on to someone who's not good for us, hoping that they'll change, that they'll finally see what they have in us. But here's the hard truth: sometimes the best thing you can do for yourself is to let go. Letting go doesn't mean you didn't care. It doesn't mean you're giving up. It means you're choosing yourself, your happiness, your peace of mind over someone who's not giving you what you need. And that takes strength. It's not easy, but it's necessary. Think of it this way: every time you hold on to someone who isn't treating you right, you're blocking your own blessings. You're closing yourself off to new opportunities, new experiences, and yes, new love. Letting go is about making space in your life for something better, something that truly aligns with who you are and what you deserve. And remember, letting go doesn't have to be a dramatic, all or nothing move. It can be gradual, a process of slowly detaching yourself from someone who isn't good for you. It's about taking back your power, one step at a time, until you reach a place where you're no longer affected by their actions. But here's the silver lining: when you let go, you're actually setting yourself free. You're no longer tied to someone else's behavior or mood. You're free to live your life on your terms, without the constant worry about what they're thinking or doing. And that's a beautiful thing. So here's the bottom line: you deserve to be with someone who values you, who sees your worth without you having to prove it. Triangulation can be a powerful tool to shift the dynamics in your favor, but it's just one piece of the puzzle. The real work is in recognizing your own value, maintaining your dignity, and knowing when to walk away from something that isn't serving you. If you found a new perspective in this video and you're ready to take control of your love life, then go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. I want to hear from you. What are your experiences with flipping the script in your script? Have you tried a strategy like this before? Drop a comment below and let's start a conversation. Remember, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Remember, in the game of love, you hold the power to change the rules. Take that power and own it.